Hello student, very good morning to all of you. How are you? I hope you all are happy, healthy and fine at home. Do you remember what were we discussing yesterday? I think yesterday we had discussed about the synthesis of longifloem, the sixth way of synthesizing longifloem, and as we know that there are the 9 different ways to synthesize the longifloem in the laboratory by using different precursors or different starting material and different reagent using as a different reaction condition, and there are special key intermediate are formed and how they maintaining as a stereochemistry, and we are getting as a what we can call it as a longifloem as an final product by the different ways. So once again, if you observe the structure of longifloem, there are 15 carbon atoms are present, and it is a tricyclic, it is a hydrocarbon, and there are importantly 4 stereogenic centers are present, and therefore it is optically active in nature, and there is only one carbon-carbon double bond olefin is a functional group present over there. So these are the, and mainly the main objective to synthesize this longifloem is to make the new carbon-carbon bond formation that we are discussing. We are learning how to make the carbon-carbon bond formation in the different named reactions. So it will be the main objective to synthesize the different ways of synthesizing that longifloem in the laboratory. So here scheme number 1329 we have described with the different starting material with the suitable reagent and at a optimum reaction condition, and step by step we, whenever the mechanism is possible to show how one of the organic compound can be converted into as another. After adding as a specific reagent, the possible mechanism and the desired product form, that whenever it is possible we have explained. So let's see the further extended part of that scheme number 13.29, that is a 6 we have described, but there are some intermediates are formed like as a different reagent like A, B, C, D, E, F, likewise, and there are some reagent we are adding, and after the addition of the reagent, what kind of the role they are playing there, how the new carbon-carbon bond making or the how carbon skeleton are changing by adding that specific reagent in every stage, and by maintaining the stereochemistry. Stereochemistry means what? We know that stereochemistry is a generally description of the organic compound, study of the organic compound, or it deals with the study of organic compound in a 3-dimensional is known as a stereochemistry, and by keeping that stereochemistry over here that we are discussing, I think here so far we have discussed these here in the, let me revise once again, there are partial retro synthesis we have discussed over there, and intermediate at 29.1 contain the tricyclic skeleton of longipholene, which we already described in our previous lecture. Torn of its substituent but containing carbonyl groups suitably placed so that the methyl group at C2 and C6 and the C11 methylene can be introduced. So, if you remember the structure of the longipholene, as we know that this is a structure of longipholene, and the numbering of carbon atom also we know that 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, and this is a 15, the last one. So, this is a general carbon numbering systems are followed here. Here the methyl group at C2, methyl group at C2, look at here, this is a carbon number 2, how methyl group are introduced, and at C6 means at this position how Zame diol methyl are introduced by using as a specific reagent, and the C11 methylene, C11 here how this methylene group is introduced can be introduced over here. So, in a previous case this methyl group how it is introduced by using as a LDA type LiNR2, where there is a carbonyl group where the then methyl iodide over there, and then there is the introduction of that methyl group at this particular position, and here also has a carbonyl group, and by that carbonyl group how that carbonyl group can be converted into how that Zame dimethyl, geminal dimethyl is introduced in that carbonyl group. First one, that is first that carbonyl group treated with Wittig reagent, it is a regioselective reaction at this particular region, reactions are take place. So, stereochemically it is very important, exocyclic double bonds are generated, and in that after that olefinic group is introduced. Further it will be treated with the Simon-Smith reagent, which is CH2I2 zinc copper coupling. So, there introduced as a, that process is known as a cyclopropanation. Cyclopropanation means cyclopropane rings are formed, that is a stranded ring, and that stranded ring suitably broken using the reagent hydrogenolysis, that is called H2 in presence of palladium, followed by the hydrolysis, followed by the acid treatment, it gives the geminal dimethyl is introduced there very suitably. In that case, that also we have seen, and this methyl, and now here is a carbonyl group, and how we can introduce the olefinic carbon-carbon double bond, that is a carbon number 15 olefinic methylene group, how we can introduce, and there is a very simple one, just by using as a Wittig reagent once again, there we can easily introduce that one. So, these are the introduction of that 3 methyl group at a particular position at C2, C6 and C11, how that methylene group and the methyl group and the methylene group are introduced by using as a suitable reagent that we have discussed here. Then the retrosynthetic step 29 first to 29 second corresponding to and intramolecular aldol addition. Intramolecular aldol condensation reaction, everybody knows that it is a very well known reaction, stereochemically also very well known. Alpha beta unsaturated carbonyl compound can be obtained or formed. There is a, why it is important, because this method brings you the formation of new carbon carbon bond, and that's why as far as the synthetic organic chemistry is concerned, that aldol condensation reaction is a very important, because it brings the new method for the formation of carbon carbon bond over there, and that's why it is a important one. Intramolecular aldol condensation reaction, it is also termed as a Robinson annulation. Is intramolecular aldol condensation and Robinson annulation is one of the same, because the reactions are taking place within the molecule, and the ring formation, there is alpha beta unsaturated compounds are formed. So that, and this also known as a if two rings are there and there is a alpha beta unsaturated compound and one is isolated carbonyl group, whereas in the other side is a conjugated carbonyl group, that is sometimes it is referred as a chalcone. Alpha beta unsaturated compound is a stable, compounds are formed. But if you compare the reactivity between these two carbonyl group, one is a individual or isolated carbonyl group, whereas another one is a conjugated carbonyl group. And at the beginning, in our first way of synthesizing that longifulin, there we already discussed about the reactivity of that carbonyl group which is isolated, and another one is a conjugated, and there we have learned, we have seen the conjugated carbonyl group has less reactivity over the isolated carbonyl group is very reactive toward the nucleophilic addition reaction, or what we can call it as that one. Okay, then the retrosynthetic step 29 to 29 second correspond to an intramolecular aldol addition reaction we discuss over here. However, 29 second is clearly trended relative to 29 first, and so with OH is equal to OR should open to 29.1. That also we discussed in our previous lecture, just the repetition of that so that we can link the previous lecture with the next lecture, and that's why we are discussing this again and again to understand the chemistry behind it. How might 29 second obtain? Here the question raised by the author over here, how might 29 second obtained? So the four membered ring suggests that a photochemical 2+2 cycloaddition might be useful, and this in fact was successful. Scheme 13.29 step number B that we already discussed, how that photochemical 2+2 cycloaddition reaction, we know that photochemically how it is useful, and even though there is a trend ring like as a cyclobutane is a form, even though it is unstable, but photochemically it is a very stable 2+2 cycloaddition reaction, rather than the if you want to prepare as a cyclobutane ring traditional way, or what we can call it as a conventional way, it is impossible to make that cyclobutane ring, but photochemically it is very easily formed, and that is the potential of that photochemical reaction, that is a cycloaddition reaction, 2 plus 2 cycloaddition, suprafacial or intrafacial, that in a pericyclic reaction you might have learned, but how it is useful that in this particular reaction that we have seen might be useful, and this in fact was a successful scheme 13.29 step B. Okay. The cyclobutanone intermediate was converted to an enol carbonate after photolysis. The carboxybenzyloxy, which we have seen in scheme number 13.29, and which led to opening of the strained aldol to the diketo intermediates, and after liberation of the hydroxy group, the extra carbon-carbon bond between C2 and C6 was broken by a spontaneous retroaldol reaction, step D. In this synthesis is an interesting way of introducing the geminal dimethyl group, and if you proceed through a cyclopropane intermediate that is cleaved by hydrogenolysis using H2 in presence of palladium charcoal, in step E, the C12 methyl group was introduced by enolate alkylation, and the C15 methylene group was installed by a Wittig reaction, and that we already discussed with the mechanism also. The synthesis of longiflorine in scheme 13.30 commenced with a Birch reduction and tandem alkylation of methyl 2-methoxybenzoate, and step C is an intramolecular cycloaddition of diazoalkanes that is generated from an aziridinoimine intermediate, which we have seen previously. The thermolysis of the adduct generate a diradical or the corresponding dipolar intermediate, which then closes the described carbon skeleton, and that is I am going to show over here. Let's see how that skeleton, carbon skeleton will be there. Let's see here 6-membered ring containing carbonyl group. It is further attached to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7-membered ring. Here like this, there will be 5-membered ring like this, and here there is a double bond and nitrogen atom at this position. Here alpha beta unsaturated compound which is present in, and here there is a dimethyl group, 1, 2, 3 are the methylene group, and after that when this carbon skeleton can be converted into this way, I am showing over here. See the seven-member ring over here, or you can directly show this one here, and the double bond carbonyl and then it is further this and this bond is attached. So, like this, and this is nothing but these three lines indicate as equivalent of this, and this we can show. This is a compound which we are going to show over here. The double bond at this position, here is a carbonyl group, and here we can show these are the group here, 2 methyl group, and here is a CO2 Me. This is the compound which we have shown over here, CO2 Me. At this junction, this compound is nothing but we have shown over here for clarity, so that stereochemistry we can understood from this skeleton, carbon skeleton. The cyclization product was converted to an intermediate that was used in the longifulin synthesis described in scheme 13.24. At the beginning, we already discussed that scheme number 13.24 is nothing but as a first way of synthesizing longifulin. There we had taken as a starting material is a what we can call it as a starting material, I think Wieland Michler ketone that we have taken over there. Now the synthesis in scheme 13.30 was also done in such a way that as to give enantiomerically pure longifulin. Enantiomer, everybody knows that. Enantiomer means they must have a mirror image of each other. Enantiomer, if you put both the hand, they are enantiomers of each other. This is a very good example of the enantiomer. They are mirror image of each other, but they are the non-superimposable mirror images of each other. Non-super, look at here. This, the finger, the thumb of right hand is here and thumb of left hand is on this side, means they are the non-superimposable mirror images. That type of the compound are called as enantiomers. And enantiomer, the criteria, the molecule must have at least one chiral centers. Then we can call it as enantiomers. One of the structure can rotate the plane of polarization to right hand side, then you assign R and S configuration, they are the absolute configuration. R means rotate the plane of polarization to the dextrorotatory manner, and S means the plane of polarization rotate through the left hand side. So they are enantiomer having as a everything, chemical properties as well as physical properties are the same, but their rotations are different over there, and that's why they are enantiomerically pure longifulin. A starting material whose chirality is derived from the amino acid L-proline. L-proline, and you know that while studying as a what we can call it as a protection, deprotection, blocking or de-blocking or installation and removal of that or masking of that functional group. Suppose as a multifunctional groups are present in the organic compound and the reactivity of that particular functional groups are different, and therefore to carry out the reaction to achieve the desired product, there required protection of some of the functional group, and there are a different functional group has a different protecting groups, and by using as a selectively we can protect it, and after the protection, after the conversion of other functional group into as a desired product, and whatever the protection done on that particular stage, after getting as a desired product, the removal of that protecting group is required, and it must be easily removed under the normal condition. So that are some of the criteria for protection and deprotection, and in this we already learned. And proline, L-proline, generally the amino acids are represented like this. Here is a NH2 always written on here, so not there. On a left hand side NH2 is there, H2N, most oxidizable group over here, H, and this is R. This is a general way of representing as a this group. So generally there are the 20 amino acids are there, and they are the building block of the proteins. And L-chlorine means here generally the proline is this is a structure of here C double bond OH, and here N, there not N, here you can write as a N, H is there. This is a secondary amino acid. The alpha side there is a amino group, so this is a proline. Here you can write as a hydrogen atom, methyl group, maybe as above the plane, that is a L-serine is there. So L and D, as we know that they are the relative configuration. When you write the compound according to as a Fischer projection formula, according to that there are the certain rules are there. You have to write the structure vertically, keep the most oxidizable group at the top, and then rearrange or arrange the group or in a particular manner. So that is there. We are not going to go detail into that, but just remember this is the structure of L-chlorine. Proline was enantiomerically converted to the product of step A in scheme 13.30 that we will see later on. But here the intermediate which is shown over here like this. So let's see, let's discuss that structure of proline. Here is a benzene moiety, as we know that this is a benzene structure. After that there is a N C double bond O, then there will be oxygen, then CH2, then it will be here N, and then 5 membered ring, this one. This is a structure where there is a junction. Here hydrogen atoms are below the plane, and when this is treated with the first reagent, like first one lithium in presence of ammonia, this is a lithium metal in presence of liquor ammonia, then second reagent will be added here I, then CH2 thrice time, then C, there will be the CS3 and CS3. After that OCH, CH, O, CS3 twice. This is the reagent, second reagent added, and after adding that second reagent, what is the product do you get? You are going to get, this is going to introduce at this position only. So for this, let me change the position of that double bond. I am putting one of the double bond here, another double bond here. Now this looks like as alpha beta unsaturated type of the compound, and now here you are going to get the compound like this. Then there C double bond O, then nitrogen atom, then oxygen, then CH2, then you can add over here 5 membered ring, this one, and now here double bond and this double bond remains as it is. Here only this compound is added over here. Here CH2 thrice, then C, here CH3, CS3, after that CH, then O, CS3 twice. This is the group which is attached over there, and we got this one. And after this, when the reagents are added like this, first one will be methanol in acidic condition, CS3OH in presence of the H plus, and the second reagent will be added over here, acetyl chloride, Cl, CO, CS3, and the third reagent is added, acid treatments are given H plus in presence of the CHOCS3, CHOCS3 thrice, that is a tertiary, that type of the compound. Then methoxides are there. Fourth one is a CS3O minus, that is the compound which is added. After adding all these things, finally you are going to get the compound, this double bond here, and the one not over here. Let's see here, I am making the correction over here. Now is one of the double bond which is shifted over here, one of the hydrogen atom over there. Now here this is a above one and below, there is a addition of ester group CO2 Me, and here there is a addition of methoxy group O CS3, and here will be CH2 thrice CCH3. Rest of the thing whatever we have seen over here, that CH, then O, CS3 twice. So that is the structure we are going to get after addition of all these reagents. So now this chiral intermediate when carried through the reaction sequence in scheme 13.30 generated the enantiomer of natural longifulin. Natural longifulin we are going to get, thus D-proline would have to be used to generate the natural enantiomer, and scheme number 13.30 longifulin synthesis Ag scuppered, and that we will see in our next lectures. Till then, have a nice day. Thank you.